Morning, children. Once again, I welcome you all for this online class. And today we are moving into a new lesson of geography, and the title of our lesson is Interior of the Earth. So, in this lesson, we are going to study about the features and materials that involved in the making of our planet Earth. Okay, so if you take our solar system, our Earth is the most unique planet among all the other seven planets in the solar system because our Earth is the living planet in which living beings are residing. Okay, so uh, our scientists they have researched uh, even the stars and celestial bodies that were far away from our earth, but not very much of interiors of our earth were researched more. Okay, so the home where we live, the place where we live on earth, it was not very much researched about by the scientist. Okay, so, nearly only about 12 kilometers of our earth inside was uh, drilled or hole made hole. Okay, uh, so the remaining part of our earth remains mystery. So the scientists they are still in research to examine the inner part of our earth. Okay, so when you look at our earth, okay, it has different variety of features. It is made up of variety of features, isn't it? You can see a very high lofty mountains, plateaus, plains, deep valleys, okay, and many more um, identities in our planet, variety of features in our planet. Okay, so have you ever thought what is our earth made of? What are the components? What are the materials? What are the sources that made our earth? Have you ever imagined the land in which we walk or the water in which we swim? What are they made of? So today we are going to focus upon the interior components in our planet Earth. Okay. Okay. Our Earth is called blue planet, isn't it? So when you move away from our Earth, when you are in space station or when you look at our Earth from any other celestial body, it looks blue in color because our Earth is covered by water of about 71 percentage. So 71 percentage of our earth is covered with water, isn't it? Okay. So what are the important components inside our earth? That is interior part of our earth. Okay. So our planet earth is compared with that of apple. So you have seen a round apple, spherical apple, isn't it? So when you cut the apple, you could able to see different layers, isn't it? The skin layer will be there. Sometimes you peel off the skin layer of the apple and you will cut it. Okay. So when you look at the when you cut off the skin layer, you could see the inside part, the um, light yellowish color flesh. Okay, and even more when you go further deeper, okay, you could see the seeds inside part of the apple. You could see the seeds, seats and the layers, isn't it? Uh, the innermost part of the apple, isn't it? So, in the same manner, our earth is also uh, is made up of different concentric layers. Okay, three important layers. Okay, three important layers. When you look at the display image, so we could able to identify those different layers of our earth. So look at the outermost part of our earth on which we live. Okay, it is called crust. So the outermost layer which we see in our naked eye, okay, in which we live, it is called the crust. Okay, the crust. And when you move down into deeper, okay, when you move deeper in from crust, you could able to identify the next layer of our earth. We call it mantle. So look at the orange shape in your display, orange colored disc, that is called mantle. Okay, and when you go much deeper, when you move much deeper, you could see that yellowish uh, s- yellowish circle, okay, yellowish sphere. So we call it core. Core. Okay, so our earth, interior part of our earth is divided into three major concentric circles. They are the crust, the mantle, and the core. And in our class today, we are going to study about one by one. Okay. Okay. First, let's study about what is crust. So when you look at the picture at the right side, okay, can you able to see the uh, land system in the picture? So the outermost land layer in the system, they are called uh, crust. Okay, don't look at that orange color, that is mantle. Okay, the next title we are going to study about that. But look at the portion above the orange color, they are called crust. Okay, the outermost layer of the earth is called the crust. Okay, so what is the thickness? The thickness of our crust. Okay, so the thickness of our crust, it varies from 5 kilometer to 30 kilometer deep. See, for example, uh, when you move uh, into the mountains, okay, the thickness will be very high. It may be around 20 to 25, 30 kilometers. Okay, but when you move into the sea water, below the sea water, the crust will be thinner only, not very thicker. So when you move into the sea bed, so from the sea bed, if you dig the ground, the crust will be only about 5 kilometers deep. Okay, so the average thickness of our crust differs from 5 kilometer to 30 kilometer thickness. Okay, thick. So look at the picture, that brown color. So below the blue water, thickness of the brown color is very less, isn't it? So that is from 5 kilometers. But look at the right side part, that green color, that is very much bigger. So it may be up to 30 kilometers thick. Okay. So it is about 35 kilometers on the continental mass and uh, 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. So the crust is divided into two parts. Okay, crust is divided into two parts. One we call continental crust. Okay, continental crust. The other one is oceanic crust. Okay, So what is the difference between continental crust and oceanic crust? Continental crust is the land part of our crust. So continental crust is the land portion of our crust. Oceanic crust is the sea water bed. Okay, sea the land which is found below the sea water, they are called oceanic crust. Understood? So the land in which we live, they are called continental crust. The sea water bed is called oceanic crust. Okay, so there are some differences between the continental crust and the oceanic crust. Okay, uh, the continental crust is less denser, that is thinner than the oceanic crust. So the oceanic crust is more thicker. Okay, they are more denser than our continental crust. So the oceanic oceanic crust is more denser than the continental crust. Okay, because the oceanic crust is made up of dense rocks. Okay, very strong rocks. But our continental crust is made up of light rocks like granite rocks. They are easily brittle. Okay, they can easily break down. Okay, they are weaker rocks. Continental crust is made up of weaker rocks, and the oceanic crust is made up of stronger, thick rocks. Okay, uh, so the minerals. What are the minerals made of uh, the continental crust are silica and alumina. So the two important minerals uh, uh, from which the continental crust is made of is silica and alumina. So they have taken the first two letters of the minerals and they have referred it as Sial, SIAL. Sial is the abbreviation for silica and alumina. That is our continental crust, the rocks, uh, the minerals in which by which our continental crust is made of. Okay, then the ocean floor, oceanic crust is made up of two important minerals such as silica and magnesium. So it is called SIMA, SIMA, abbreviation for silica and magnesium. Okay, so the Sial and SIMA, they together form the our total earth crust. Okay, so the oceanic bed along with the continental crust, we call it together uh, earth's crust. Okay, and Sial, that is silica and aluminium, is lighter and weaker than Sima. So we call our continents, they are floating on the uh, um, oceanic bed. Okay, ocean. Since the ocean rocks are stronger than continental rocks, we call our continents are floating on the sea water. Okay, now let's move on to the next title, next layer of our earth, which is called mantle. Okay, the next layer is called mantle. It is under the crust. So the mantle is located below the crust. Okay, and the crust and mantle are divided by a boundary. The boundary between, okay, the boundary between uh, crust and mantle is called Mohorovicic discontinuity. Okay, Mohorovi- Mohorovicic discontinue, that is the boundary between the border between the crust and mantle. Okay, and the thickness of our mantle is about 2900 kilometers. Okay, mm, we saw the thickness of crust, isn't it? It is only about 5 kilometer to 30 kilometers, isn't it? But the mantle is the most, it covers the most part of our earth. It is about 2900 kilometers thick. Okay, which covers the major part of our earth. So the mantle is divided into two parts like crust. we had continental crust, oceanic crust. Likewise, mantle is divided into two parts. One is upper mantle and other one is lower mantle. Okay, and the uh, upper mantle extend up to 700 kilometers. Okay, it goes deep up to 700 kilometers down the earth. Okay, and the lower mantle it goes from 700 to 2900 kilometer deep into the earth. Okay, and the upper mantle uh, uh, is mostly it is in a solid and liquid combined state. Okay, but the lower mantle it is full of liquid only. Okay, it is liquid in nature because of extreme temperature of our earth. uh, the mantle is liquid in nature, crust is solid. Okay, crust is the solid part of our earth, but mantle is in liquid state. Okay, you could see the lava, isn't it? Lava, magma, which comes out of the volcanoes. Okay, so they are in liquid state. Okay, okay, now we move into the third part of our earth, that is the core. Okay, so the core is for the third part of our earth. It is the innermost layer of our earth. It is also known as barysphere. Okay, and the boundary between mantle and core is named as Gutenberg discontinue. Weichat Gutenberg discontinuity. Okay, and the core also divided into two parts: the outer core and inner core. And the outer core is rich in minerals, rich in iron. Okay, iron, which is in liquid state. Okay, and from 2900 kilometers, it goes deeper up to 5150 kilometers. And the inner core, they are made of nickel and ferrous. Okay, and the inner core is in solid state. Okay, children, I hope you understood the three important divisions of our interior part of our earth. We'll meet and we study further details in the next class. See you all.